Hey, what's up, dude? It's Joshy J. Today I want to go over my ideas of a sustainable art growth system that you can develop for yourself. And this is a system of things and ideas and thoughts that I've developed for myself that has worked for me. So I figured I would share it, and yeah, maybe you guys will be able to get something from it. So the trick is, the key that I'm talking about is the sustainable part. So this is the part that the sustainable part is the most attractive part, because that's the part that you get to do it all the time, and it's not only a facade, and it's not only just a short-lived type of a growth system. So a lot of the graphs that you look at, they have these like very up and down type of things where it's like huge peaks and then like dips, and it's high highs and low lows. So the sustainable part allows you to continuously grow and keep it very consistent, and when you hit those highs of learning something amazing and learning something new, it shoots it up, but when you come back down, you don't fly so low. You hit that very solid graph of you rising up. So that's kind of the metaphor that I think of when I think of a sustainable art growing system. So all of this stuff is not something that I can tell you to do. I can't tell you to do it like exactly, but these are a lot of things that you can tweak and change for yourself that I feel like have worked and that are very, I think you can use them in any type of way. So the first thing that I do is the most important thing in creating a sustainable art growth system is to have a very solid mind and a very clear mind. You want to be able to make decisions. The quality of your decisions is far more important than like which decision you make. And you find the better you get at something, the more you reap out of it, the more compounded it is. So the quality of your decision making is more important. And how do you make good decisions? Well, firstly, number one is having a very clear mind. So what I do to do this is I wake up in the morning at 5:51 to be exact, and I meditate at 6 until 6:30, and then I exercise for like 45 minutes. And by the time I've done that, my mind is insanely clear, and I feel like I'm ready to attack the day and solve any problems or any type of challenges that might come my way. So not everyone does these two things, but I just find for me the exercising and meditation allows you to dissolve any type of stress that you might have, or any type of things that might be cluttering your mind, so that when you come into work, there's none of that left. So you're ready to just operate. And another thing that I hear a lot of people talk about is, like, I particularly see it in students, where the classic case of someone only starting work later in the day and then work till like 3 in the morning and then sleep until like 12 the next day. And that's totally cool, but I think just in the light of sustainability, the act of keeping some sort of routine that is very consistent and solid for you is a recipe for growing and like developing really strong, like compound developing. So there's nothing wrong with working late, but I think setting something that you can do every single day, whether it is that you shift your time till, say you start work at 12 and then you work till 3 and then you get that 8 hours of sleep or whatever that you need, but the part that I wouldn't be able to do is to work until extremely late and then the next day have to start work early, or start making art early. So in the line of work that I'm in is in game development. So I've just set the amount of hours for myself that I work a day, and when I come into my studio at that time, then that's the time that I'm making art, and I am uninterruptible at that part. And the more you do it, the more people know that those hours and those times, that's the times when you're not available, because that's the times that you're building your craft. And when people get to know that those hours you're unavailable, then they start to expect, okay, so this guy is going to be doing this in these hours, and they kind of project that type of energy into the world. And that's what you want. You want people to know exactly who you are. You want them to know what you do, and you want them to know how you operate and when you operate, so they know that, because you want people to project that kind of energy into the world so that it grows who you are at a core. You don't want people to not know who you are and where you stand, and you don't want them to be confused, basically. So when I come in for those hours, it's, for me at least, it's from 8 until 4, or 8 until 5. Mostly in those hours, that is when I'm uninterruptible. That's when I'm doing art, and that's when there's nothing I will compromise from. And people know that now. They know during those hours, especially people close to me, like my friends and family, they know during those hours I can't be interrupted, because that's when I'm pursuing my craft. That's when I'm doing the thing that means the most to me. So it's worth figuring out for yourself which times you want to be able to operate in, and then try and do that every single day. It doesn't necessarily have to be 8 hours. I know a lot of the working world does the whole 8 hours thing, but it can be, even, I mean, if you're starting out, it can literally just be for a solid 4 hours, and people know, okay, from 10 until 2, this is when John does this, and then they know they're not going to interrupt you. And the part of ensuring other people that they know is that they will expect that kind of thing from you, which helps you to expect it from yourself. And if you can do that every single day, you will obviously get better at it. That's like the most obvious saying. You do something every day, you will definitely get better at it. It's like the most cliche thing you'll ever hear, but it's true. So this is the time frame that I have for myself. And this is why when I get to 5 o'clock, when I get to the end of my dedicated time zone, I don't go past that. And the reason I don't go past it is just because the next day I want to be able to come in fresh and not feeling burnt out from the day before. So the main purpose of this sustainable art growth is to avoid burnout, because burnout stops your momentum that you have going. So by being consistent and solid, and just noticing where and how close you are in line with burnout, that's when you can formulate a solid plan for yourself to be able to do something consistently every day. So that's how I avoid burnout, is just by when I get to 5 o'clock, I know when I get home, I don't touch art stuff. I'll like read or watch documentaries or something that's interesting to me, but I most of the time, sometimes there's some exceptions, but most of the time I don't touch art stuff. When I come in the day, I'll come in early and do my thing till 5 o'clock, and then I can let it go. And it's really sustainable, and it's really worth pursuing, or at least figuring out a type of system that might work for you, that you can do every single day. And this is for people who are serious about it. So I mean, if you're not serious about it and it's just a hobby, then that's cool. This is not for you, but this is for the people that are very serious about what they do. I think you can apply this to everything, every type of craft that you do. It's just about figuring out ways to do it sustainably, where you have clarity as well. So you're clear in your mind, and the relationship between your mind and your body is extremely interconnected. So that's why the whole exercise and meditation thing has become really important to me. And I don't care if the world is exploding, that's my morning routine, and that is what I'll do. I don't care what's happening. That's what I do in the morning, because I just know for the rest of the day that ensures my clarity and it ensures my decision making. And if so, for example, when the lockdown started, I kind of started formulating this kind of a routine. And if I look at the stuff I was doing before lockdown, I look at the stuff I was doing after lockdown, the difference it's insane. Just because I have this constant stability and sustainable system that I have working for myself. So yeah, I mean, it would be cool to hear what your guys' sustainable things that you guys do, the little things that you guys do. And yeah, this is the first video I've made in a while, and there's going to be a series that is coming in the next few days. I'm going to be trying to upload every single day. So yeah, I would love to hear your guys' sustainable systems and how they work with you guys. And yeah, if you like my artwork, hit a subscribe, and it would be cool to hear what kind of other content you guys would like to see. I've published a mobile game, so yeah, it was myself and my team, and I was responsible for all the environment art. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that in the description. But otherwise, if you like my art, hit a like, leave a comment, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.